everyone, Daisy here, doing my April layout share. I know I'm super late on this and I apologize. I'm sorry I just hit the camera there too. I don't know, it's just been a really rough time lately. Like nothing really different is going on. I've been struggling, so kind of took a couple of weeks off, and now I'm trying to get back into making videos, and yeah, so I thought I would start with my April share. As you can see, I got quite a bit done because I was doing the 30 days of sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I did probably, I think, 22 of the 30 days. I just kind of ran out of time and like motivation towards the end. So I don't know how she does it. Christy is amazing. It's her 5th time doing it, and I don't know how she does it, to be honest. It was exhausting. So anyway, I guess I should just get into showing you these. These are probably going to be in the reverse order. So this was the last one I made in April, I believe. I got stuff all over my desk. So this one I'm pretty positive was a sketch, and it's also my last layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team. I decided to step down from that for this term, and I might go back next term. I absolutely loved being on that team and love Virginia's cut files. I just, I don't know, need to take a little break from some things. So I used a lot of just stuff from my stash, some stuff I just had sitting on my desk. I used the Ditzy Rose background cut file, and I just cut it in white and then put it on white. So it's getting a little washed out here, but I love white on white kind of backgrounds. It really gives like a fun, interesting detail without being too much. And yes, I can't remember what day this was for the sketches. And I have no clue at all where I put the list. Haha, found it. So this was for the 28th of April, yes. And it was a page map sketch. And it was this, well, you can't really see it, but that sketch right there. So I used some, I think this is a Dear Lizzie birthday collection. And this is Bella Boulevard, and some Chamel flowers, and then Spiegelmom scrap sequins. And then this is, I believe, from one of the One Canoe 2 collections. Let's see, where can I put these? Okay, so this next one was for a live video and paper issues challenge, and it was the heavy metal challenge. So I don't know if you can tell, but I used the blue mirror paper from Cardstock Warehouse to back all of these little squares. I did 2 photos of my kids. We were at Nickelodeon Studios and they were doing Double Dare. I had planned on finding a different game photo, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, I don't know what happened to it. It like fell off the face of the earth, I guess. I'm not really sure. And this one was for the 23rd, I believe, for the sketches. And I used the Cartabella, I can't remember, Family Game Night, maybe, papers and these stickers. And these stickers are so much fun. Like, I love them. Like, they're super kind of old school, and yeah, just really remind me of playing games. Like when I was younger and everything. So it was loads of fun to use this collection, and I really love how this turned out. This one, I had superimposed a photo on here. This one is one that I made for my daughter, and it is for day number 22 of the sketches. And I decided to go with a monochromatic gold kind of color scheme. She wanted to change the photo that I had, so I took it off so she could do that, and we just haven't gotten around to it. So, excuse me. On the background here, I have 2 swipes of gold acrylic paint. Here you can't see very well, and I'm really sorry about my lighting. It's early morning here, and I thought I'd get it done before the sun like hits my desk full force. So, but here I have some of the Nuvo glitter paste, which I love. Excuse me. And then I have this gold dust, which is from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and a little bit of it is coming off. But that's kind of, these stars are so tiny that, I mean, it's almost glitter, so it's kind of like gonna happen, and you just have to learn to live with it. So I used these gold words that I got from Paper Issues, but I can't remember what collection they're from. And then I just pulled some gold glitter things from my stash. I used some gold mirror paper and gold glitter paper from Cardstock Warehouse, and these I think are from Pink Fresh Studio. And yeah, just made a really fun glittery sparkly gold layout. So this one was also for, now everything's got gold stars on it. So this one was also for, oh goodness, Confessions of a Paper Addict. And this was for day 20. And day 20 had like a V here of paper and a V here of paper or pattern or whatever. And I decided to use this heart. It's a heart background cut file that I can't remember, maybe wonky heart cut file. There is a video for this, and I'm pretty sure I have it linked in there. So I just used the hearts from the background cut file as kind of embellishments, and then I also cut out this book with the hearts coming out of it, and I cut that out in some gray cardstock and then backed it with white cardstock and then different pinks. The pink paper is from Simple Stories. This gray heart paper is also Simple Stories, and then Pink Fresh Studio and some thickers, and then this is from Cocoa Vanilla, right? Yeah, pretty sure. So this is just about my daughter reading to her big stuffed unicorn, and this background paper is American Crafts I've had since probably about the time I started scrapbooking. I've been hoarding some of that stuff, and I decided to use some of it. And then I used some big sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. But that was a lot of fun. And now we're getting into a lot of my Pink Fresh Studio Be Colorful that I bought, or that I got from Paper Issues kind of territory. I am obsessed with this collection. Like, I've stopped using it because I used it a lot and I was afraid people would get kind of sick of it, but it's one of my favorites, and so I bought a lot of extra. And yeah, Kat Martin really did an amazing job, and I mean, it's rainbow, so you really, you know, can't go wrong, but she really rocked it. So this one is for day 18, and it was a page map sketch. And so I did this little photo shoot that my daughters did. And in the sketch, it had like 9 little squares kind of in this area, like a grid kind of design. And I decided to go with these cameras, which are from the Cut Shop. And then I used some of the embellishments from the collection. And some really gorgeous black cardstock, and then backed each of these cameras with different pattern paper. I tried to use scraps up because I have lots of scraps. And then I just added some black enamel kind of hearts on here. But I really love how this turned out. And here you can see my my border obsession. So I did lines with some like 3 X's, kind of a doodly border. You're going to see lots of that. So this one was for day 17, and did I also do this for I don't remember. I don't think I did this for anything else, but I can't remember. So this day had circles behind the photo, and I decided to use this paper that had hexagons in it. Cut out a bunch of hexagons, put them on there. I kind of use my pen and did like a doodly like outline around them, and then just went to town. So I used some of these holographic thickers, some of these ones that are like the enamel kind of ones, and then these are all from the like stickers and die cuts and things. I also I have some of these felt doilies, and they have been in my stash for quite some time now, and so I got one of those used up, and just this fun photo of my husband and my daughter. It was her birthday, and we were at Hollywood Studios in Disney, and she actually was disappointed that she couldn't be with her friends, and I'm like, but we're at Disney World, and she's like, yeah, I know. It was kind of funny and a little sad at the same time, but she had a really good time, and she got to fight Darth Vader that day. So this one is for a lot of things. So this was for the monochromatic challenge, paper issues. This was for day 15 of the sketches, and everyday inspiration, I think, and then also Spiegel Mom scraps. So I just like went all out on this layout, I guess. So I don't use a lot of yellow. I don't have a whole ton of yellow in my stash, but I dug some out here. I did some photos of myself wearing a mask at work because, well, I mean, I always wear a mask at work because I work in surgery, but now we have to wear masks all the time. Usually, like, we would, you don't wear masks in between cases, and now obviously we have to wear them all the time. So I just took a picture of that. This, I think, is all from Pretty Little Studio. I pulled out a lot of this yellow stuff. This frame is from there. And then Spiegel Mom Scraps Sequins I dug out from a bunch of different collections, I think. There's a video for this one, I'm pretty sure, so you can go check it out. But yeah, this fun paper is from Pretty Little Studio. I pulled these out. These are from like a company called Chickenidia, I'm pretty sure. That was from like forever ago. Yeah, I actually really like this, surprisingly. Okay, so this one was for day 14, and it is a page map sketch. And I feel like this was also for maybe another paper issues challenge, but I can't remember. Oh, look. Just a random piece of paper. So, yeah, I don't remember. I think it might have been for something else, but I can't remember. So it was in the sketch, there was like this grid in the background with some rectangles and then some elements over here, and I kind of like followed a little bit, but then did my own thing. So again, Pretty Little Studio. I love it. Did this photo of my daughter using, one night she decided that we had to fill up this whole square of our driveway with chalk drawings, so I helped her, and then we just like filled it in, and I got a really cool picture of her drawing in there. Used a bunch of the papers from the collection. She loves dinosaurs, so that's kind of why this dinosaur is here, because I thought it was super cute. And then I put this moon on here because we were doing it at night. The rain really has nothing to do with it. Oh, except for it was going to start raining. I think it started sprinkling when we were finishing up. So Color Me Happy, I thought that was appropriate. And then I added some thread behind there and another doodly border. And I really like this title piece a lot. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been putting my dates on it for this month. So, okay, so let's turn this sideways. This is for day something. day number 12. And it's also for the Piece of the Pie paper issues challenge. So I used this paper that I can't remember. I think it's a Chamel paper, or no, it's Amy Tangerine. Pretty positive it's Amy Tangerine. Because I think I used mainly Amy Tangerine stuff on here. So I loved this color of this paper, so I decided to go with this in a diagonal. That was not part of the sketch that I just made up on my own. This kind of collection of stuff here was part of the sketch with the circles and then kind of the circles up here. So I just layered up some scraps that I had off of my paper, or off of my off my desk. These are all Amy Tangerine as well. I used one of the cut files from Paper Issues, holy man, and cut out these pie charts and then back them also with scraps of paper. And then I just tried to pull some things out of the die cut pack. And so, like, I got this circle. This title, Learning from Home, was from the cut file. I just used some thickers for this from part. This is from a pattern paper I fussy cut them out. And then I put, I kind of did March, April, May 2020 because it's learning from home. It's a picture of my son and then my daughter and our neighbor, because I've been teaching or helping teach our neighbor's daughter as well every day. So yeah, just kind of a picture of their desk area. And then I was scrapping, like I would sit here and scrap while they had desks right next to mine so that if they needed help, but my son was helping here because math gets a little frustrating sometimes and I don't remember how to do all of the math because some of it, let's be honest, nobody ever really uses. So I think she was like multiplying or dividing fractions or something, and I'm just like, that's what calculators are for. I don't feel like that's a necessary skill. But anyway, I did my journaling around the edge. I did journaling, shocking, instead of a doodly border. And I really love how pretty that is. This one is for day 11. And this one was so much fun. I don't know, I can't remember if I did it for a specific challenge or not, but I really just dug out all of my blue scraps and used my scraps. Sometimes Christy has to remind me that I really like using my scraps because sometimes I just can't come up with an idea and she reminds me, oh, hey, why don't you pull out your scraps and do something? And it's like, oh yeah, I've got a giant bin of them. I should do that. So lots of different papers here. This is Echo Park. This is Cocoa Vanilla. This is Pretty Little Studio. This one is Bella Boulevard. This one is Me and My Big Ideas. This one is Indigo Hills from Pink Paisley. Cocoa Vanilla, Dear Lizzie. I don't know, this could be from any number of collections. This one is from a Bella Boulevard Halloween collection. This one is from Me and My Big Ideas. And then I just used these, which are from the Crepe Paper Hooray collection. I think these silver stars also came from that. These are from, I believe it was a Chamel sticker, like phrase sheet. And these are like the extras from it, you know, usually it comes with a bunch of words and then some dots and stars and things. So I used that, some more Chamel. These are from Indigo Hills, or not Indigo Hills. What is that called? Indigo and Ivy. That's from Indigo and Ivy. This is Indigo and Ivy, I'm pretty sure. And then these are some that I got from Target. And I just layered them up and I alternated adding some dimension and doodly border. Really like that one a lot. So this one was for a live for, you know, Paper Issues. I mean, come on, brain, it's got to kick in. It's like 5:30, so that's why my coffee hasn't completely gone, kicked in yet. So me and my daughter at the beginning of quarantine started binge watching all of the Marvel movies in order. So we looked up on some website what order you should watch them in, and binge watched. We didn't actually finish. We actually have 2 movies left, so we should finish that. But because there was a bunch of them I haven't seen yet, and because my husband likes to take the kids to movies, and I don't like going to the movie theater very much, so he usually takes them, and then sometimes I miss out on movies because of that. So anyhow, I used Pinkbrush Studio, the Case of the Blahs, and then also some Pretty Little Studio, and I think this one's also Pinkbrush Studio. And this is a cut file, one of the free cut files from Paper Issues, and I backed it with a Chamel paper. And then this is actually just a photo that I found on the internet. I'm not selling it or anything, so I just printed it for my own personal use. But it shows all of the characters, like the main characters or whatever. And did some white splatters. And yeah, it was just fun to make. It was stressful, I think. I remember from the live I was doing, because I hadn't, my original idea didn't turn out, and I just, got stressed out about it. So, okay, this one is from April 9th, and this is for the Big Ass Title Challenge. So I used a lot of Amy Tangerine Slice of Life, I'm pretty sure. And all I have is the 6x6 paper pad. So I cut these squares and did because the sketch is a grid, so I did a grid. I did this photo. I'm pretty sure I've scrapped this like a million times, but it's one of my favorite photos. I did some little clusters on these 3. Did the title down here. These clusters are all either cut from cut apart sheets from the paper pad, or like these things are from the die cut pack from, maybe not from this collection, from her newest one, Picnic in the Park. And then these hearts are from Ellie's studio. And yeah, I just really love the colors. It was fun to make. Okay, this one is actually an old Paper Issue sketch, and this is from day 8. And I gotta put my thumb over her face. So my daughter and her best friend were doing fireside yoga, and so I chose to do, this is actually one picture that I cut in half because there was like some garbage in the middle or something, so I cut that out and made it into 2 just to make it kind of fit better. And then I just took, this is the Dream Big collection from Simple Stories, and I took one of the rainbow papers and just created the star, which was the main focus of the sketch, and then just decorated it with a sticker sheet. These are from Pinkbrush Studio, I want to say. And then some puffy stickers, and added those on there. I got this little teepee sticker used up, and yeah. So next up, this was for day 7, and I wanted to do something a little different, so I had a bunch of banners down here underneath 2 photos. This is also for the Seeing Double challenge over on Paper Issues, and so I used just this navy background. Oh, they're stuck together. Navy background, and then this is a Chamel paper from the I think Go Now Go collection, and it's like a plaid, and so I just cut it out to create the design instead of doing banners, just to kind of give like the hint of a banner without going full force with it. And then I used all of these clear stickers that I had from Simple Stories, some of this cork from One Canoe 2 collection. The title is made out of one of the pieces of paper from that same Go Now Go collection. And then just some random little bits that I had laying around. And then a doodly border. This one was for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and this is actually from April 10th, which was my birthday. And this, I used two cut files. I think it's called the extra background, and then the bunny like border strip. And I cut the bunnies apart to make them fit because I just wanted to do, there's supposed to be tags over here, and I wanted to do like a little cluster of bunnies instead. And then I used from Chamel, and then Ellie Studio. And just a very sweet, like pastel-y color. And then added some sequins from Spiegelbaum Scraps. This one was a little different for me. This was for day 6, and I used this cut file, which was a free one from Paper Issues, and then I decided to kind of do like something a little different because this sketch was not kind of my usual cup of tea, I guess. So I used the Spiegelbaum Scraps, the Simple Stories. Oh, Hello Sunshine, maybe, I can't remember. Summer collection, and I fussy cut out these cacti and used a bunch of stickers up, and then used some old letter stickers. These are from Felicity Jane, and these are old maybe Jelly Bean Soup. I can't remember which ones these are from, but this is a sticker from the sticker sheet, and then some scraps of cardstock. And just made this fun one. I was going to do some cute title, like Don't Be a Prick, because he was going to dump a spoonful of corn on his sister's head, but because of all the cacti I used on here, but I decided not to because I didn't want to offend anybody. So summer snacks, they're eating corn at the farmer's market. This one, I love how this one turned out. This one was for April 5th, and this was also for a challenge, but I can't remember which one over on Paper Issues. Maybe Kitten It Up. I can't remember. So on the sketch, I had a bunch of letters kind of cascading down, and then kind of a really thin, whatchamacallit, cluster in the middle here. So I used the 5th and Monaco papers. I only had very few papers, like one. I think this stripe is actually Pink Fresh Studio. Yep. And then these are from 5th and Monaco, and it's the same paper, just the opposite side of it. And I think this is the only piece of paper I had. So then I used the Ellie Studio labels that came in the kit for that month. And then I used some stamps that I had to do. So I kind of did haha, funny, silly, and goofy, just to kind of make it look like they're falling down. And they're a little hard to read, but I think it's fun if you get to see it, you know. So yeah. And I did some black splatters and some Spiegelbaum Scrap sequins. I love this one. So this one was for April 3rd. And I think this was for a challenge for the, oh yeah, that one too. Pretty sure we're for challenges for the spring crop for Paper Issues. And I think this one is for using a black background. And so I used the Cocoa Vanilla, what's the new collection? Can't remember, but it's their new boy collection. And did strips of paper in the background. I used up these bears here because they're giving bear hugs, and some of this fun pom-pom trim, and then I did some just a little stencil in the background, and then doodly border again. Love this one, and Pretty Little Studio actually reposted this one, so it made me super happy. This one was for, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't remember what this one was for. Maybe I didn't, maybe this one wasn't for a sketch. But oh my goodness, I love this so much. This was probably for a challenge on paper issues, maybe to use a big title, but I can't remember. But it's Pretty Little Studio, and then I used Beagle Mom Scrap Sequins, and oh, I love this one so much. This one's gonna go up on my wall, I'm pretty sure, and I think the Bear Hugs one. But yeah, this is a photo I haven't used before. I got some of this houndstooth felt and put it behind the photo, and then a little bit of tulle, and then I cut this paper is from Pretty Little Studio, and it actually comes in these stripes, and then I just kind of cut them at different lengths and staggered them, and then added some little hearts underneath there. And then this is from one of the pattern papers as well, and I cut out my own title, but I got to use the little people from the die cut pack, and which that always makes me happy, because sometimes I struggle to use them because if they don't fit perfectly, you know, in my layout, I kind of struggle. But oh, I love this layout so much. Probably one of my favorites. I don't know, I did a lot of ones that are my favorites this month. So this one is for, oh, maybe that one was for Happiness Hop. I can't remember. Anyhow, this one was for April 4th, and for the sketch. And again, I used the 5th and Monaco paper, and then I made that other layout because I still had it on my desk. So, and I used the die cuts from this. I did some gold stitching instead of a doodly border, and did some gold thread behind it. And I used 3 photos instead of the one big one that was on the sketch, but I love how this one turned out. It's so pretty, and again, a little off of my usual, but I feel like because it's got the black in the background that really makes it pop, which is kind of my style. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think this one's going on my wall too. This was for April 1st. And it was a sketch that I have done before, so I changed it up. It had 4 banners, and it was like, this was the original layout or orientation, and I decided not to do it that way. So I turned it this way. I used this Cocoa Vanilla paper, and these are all die cuts from Cocoa Vanilla. This is from a Doodlebug paper, like all of these tickets are, and these are, I think, Heidi Swap. But yeah, I just did 3 photos of my son from, I want to say 7th, 8th, and 9th grades. Even in those 3 years, like, he changed so much, I feel like. I mean, he looks like the same kid, but he just grew up. So yeah, but yeah, I really like how that one turned out. And then this one is for Let's Go Fly a Kite challenge. I think that was part of the spring crop, and I used kind of a combination of things here. So I decided, again, the orientation of this one was this way, and there is a video for most of these, so you can go check them out. I do have a playlist of videos that I made, I think, for the sketches. If not, I will definitely start one, but I have a 2020 playlist, so you can go back and check those out. But anyway, I use this Dear Lizzie paper. This is also Dear Lizzie, and then all of these are Dear Lizzie. And then these are Chamel, like from the cut apart sheet, and then the die cuts or stickers, I can't remember. Oh, they're stickers from the sticker sheet. And it's just my dog hanging out in my yard, and I don't know, he's just funny. Both of his ears are like flipped backwards, and he's just lounging in the sun. But these were supposed to be banners across here, and I didn't want to do banners. I don't know why. I was just anti-banner this month, I guess. So I decided to do kites, and then it also worked for the challenge. So I picked a bunch of colors that I liked, and I started out with this paper and then just kind of went from there on the colors or whatever of my layout. So I did stitching, so you can see a little bit of the tails down here for the kites. I mean, the kites really have nothing to do with it because he's not flying a kite, but I figured it worked for being outside. So yeah, really happy with that. So that is I feel like there was one more, but I don't know what I did with it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I was on camera for all of that. At some point my pile started covering my computer screen, so I couldn't see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Thank you for sticking with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will see you again soon with more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.